What's up guys, MiddleAgedGamer here, and we are playing Train Sim World CSX Heavy Haul. We're going to go ahead and do a winter service today because it is freezing out here in Texas and San Antonio in general, and probably up north too. Anyway, as you can see, we're going to be using the CSX SD40-2, made by General Motors from 1972 to 1989. Has an EMD 645 E3 16-cylinder engine and diesel electric locomotive. Shows the weight, horsepower, max tractive effort right there, which I'm assuming you can eventually compare to other locomotives as well. Let's go ahead and move forward. Again, like I said, it's not a normal day. It's going to be wintry outside. Ooh, maybe a snowstorm. Oh, so winter morning, snowstorm, winter fog. That's a lot of choices right there. Let's go ahead and do a winter morning. I feel like, you know, I need a coffee or something. Who knows? 33 degrees outside. We're going to go ahead and do a westbound auto track train right there. And let's go ahead and start it up. Here we go. And before we get going, let's go ahead and take a look at the outside of the train real fast. What's so good about this game is you can actually get outside the locomotive and see what's going on. Make sure everything is set up right. Let's climb down the steps. And you can also actually go search other things over here. You can look around. You can actually find hidden posters and other hidden objects, which will give you some experience points, I believe. You can see it's absolutely beautiful, the new Unreal Engine. I mean, just snow all over the ground, affects all the texturing. Go ahead and speed up here. Probably should get off this track before I get killed. But you can do all sorts of neat stuff. You can actually open up the cargo bays. You can unhook stuff if you really wanted to, which I'm not going to do any of that right now. You can look at the engines and everything else. Go up here, let's go up the back side and walk over. There's the bell right there. Can't get on that side. Turn around. There we go. It's getting pretty cold outside. Let's go ahead and get back in the cab for a minute. Shut this door as well. And take the passenger seat. I guess most importantly, let's turn the heat on because it is freezing outside, which is not a good thing. We also want to get the gauge lights on so we can see what we're doing. Take a quick look around. You can actually open the fuse cabinet, look at the different fuses. You can start and stop the engines and cut everything off if you need to, change the headlight settings. But I think we're pretty much good to go. Let's just look at these different options. I think everything is good. Headlights on outside. Don't need step lights or ditch lights right now. Probably do want sand. As we get going, let's go ahead and get moving forward real quick. Take the brake off, reverse it forward, and add some throttle right there. I'm assuming this is some type of crossing right here. There we go. Again, lots of good views you can actually see right here. Let's do N2 real fast. You can actually look at all the different instrumentation that you have right here, see what your settings are. Look outside the train to see where you're going if you want to. It's always nice to have. Beautiful, beautiful scenery. It's in ultra right now as far as graphical settings. Frame rate's not very good, as you guys probably know, but I'm assuming they'll probably fix that in the final release of the game. And we're definitely going to take our time the entire way. So we're headed to Manila, which is about 1,500 meters out. You can obviously open all the windows if you want to. As you know, it's freezing outside, so we're going to keep it closed. Everything works inside the cab, which is pretty amazing as well. All different sun visors. And we're going so slow because technically we have to. It's very snowy, very slippery on the tracks outside. do a quick train by so you guys can see the entire train. A long, slow journey at this pace, but it's definitely going to be fun. Very, very slow train by. Not sure what we're transporting, but you can actually open up the back of these to see what you have inside if you want to. I believe last time I checked there was actually cars inside. I think Dovetail Games is making different interior cargo in the future for the final release of the game. They did also update the game via Steam today to fix a bunch of crashing issues. Unfortunately, I don't think they actually fixed the frame rate issue as far as I know. And we're still going. Quite a long train, as you can see. Let's go up here and see how big this thing actually is, or how long it actually is. So we can get a good view here for you guys. There we go. Can't get any higher than that, otherwise I'd show you the full train, but still wrapping around this curve right here. The sound effects are amazing as far as the engine, the squealing on the tracks, everything is pretty much spot on in my opinion. You can even hear a little bird chirping off in the distance, which is pretty cool. It took quite a long time from front to back, only doing about 8-9 miles per hour the entire time. There you go. That's the entire train. Ultra graphics looks very, very nice in my opinion. Let's go ahead and get back in cab. See how fast we can actually go. I think you can only do about 10. Let's see if we can actually go a little bit faster or not. I don't think we can, but we're gonna give it a go here. Might be able to get to 15 miles per hour, maybe faster. Maybe the little alarm goes off when we're actually getting a wheel slip. I don't really know offhand. Go ahead and slow it down with throttle 2. Nice little exterior view for you guys. See the reflection in the mirror actually works, which is pretty cool. Until you pull it out, then you get that. Not so cool. I mean, look off in the distance. It's just pretty insane looking, in my opinion. That's how to take a screenshot for sure. We have another AI train coming our way. Let's go ahead and stay in this view. So let's like legitimately get back in the seat and speed this thing up, see how fast we can go. That guy was hauling, so I don't see any reason why we can't get up there and speed. Alright, go via sand patch, about 3,400 meters to go. I actually hear a real train, Union Pacific train going by my house right now. You guys may or may not be able to hear that offhand. Alright, so we can go about 15 miles per hour. Just keep it going. See if we can get up to maybe 25 miles per hour or so, somewhere in there. Looks like the max speed on the line is 30. I haven't played this route enough to know where the intersections are quite yet. I'm sure some of you guys out there have. Definitely like to. I just want to make sure they fix the actual frame rate issues first. Go through the tunnel right here. Meters to go. All the gauges work, which is pretty cool. Pretty excited to I guess for the future of this game in general. I've been playing Train Simulator for so many years. They finally came out with a new engine, and a lot of people have been complaining about the frame rate, but I'm still excited regardless. I think Dovetail is going in the right direction at this point. However, if you have different thoughts, feel free to go ahead and comment below. Again, if this is your first time watching the MiddleAgedGamer, please hit the subscribe button below. It definitely helps me out. It keeps me going and making these videos for you guys as well. I have no clue what I'm getting as far as frame rate. I'm kind of scared to look. Let me look real quick. Oh, look at that. I'm getting a nice 16 frames per second right here, but this is a pretty slow portion of the route as far as the frame rate goes. That is definitely not good frame rate for you guys. Apologize. I have a pretty beastly computer too, so and hopefully that's something that Dovetail Games can fix sometime in the near future. Again, it's just a beta, so there's definitely going to be a lot of changes coming at some point. Alright, 1,000 meters to go. Let's get back on the outside so we can see some things. The other side. Really don't like the cursor. Hopefully we can do away with that in the future. It's kind of distracting in my opinion. Definitely love the look of the snow on the textures and trees and everything else. Pretty amazing looking in my opinion. Alright, here we are at Sand Patch. Off to Myersdale, about 4,500 meters to go. You're just looking at the houses and scenery as we pass here. Slow down just a little bit. We're getting to that 30-mile-per-hour mark. Just let it coast along here for a little bit. Alright, let's go ahead and get back inside so we can see what we're doing. Looks like there's some windmills off in the distance, barely churning. Again, love the sound effects. You can definitely tell the sound difference when you got the windows closed as well. Have to apply the brakes here again in just a second. Trying to look at the scenery around us. Looks like they're working on the rails down here, as far as I can tell. One thing I thought was kind of weird is you don't see a gradient or a graph as far as the incline and decline that you're on, which I think is actually pretty cool. It's probably more realistic, I'm assuming. Saw that intersection kind of last minute. So the good part about not being able to see a graph of the incline and decline is you have to actually learn the route to get a quick time, if there is even times in the full game. I'm not sure if there actually is or not. But I know on the passenger routes will probably be a timetable that you have to adhere to. So forcing you to learn the route I think is actually pretty cool. I haven't played this game enough to figure it out where exactly the hills are per se, but I definitely hope to do it sometime soon. Inside for a little bit here. Looks like the max is actually 35 for this particular section, so we can leave the brakes off for a little bit. Frost on the actual train right there. It's pretty cool in the snow. close to 35 right there. Let's go ahead and apply the brakes. Catching the intersection is kind of late. I don't know the route particularly, but better to blow the horn than not. It's beautiful scenery all the way around. Some max speed for the line. Just going to get back in cab for a little bit there. Anyways, if you guys have played this, go ahead and comment below. Let me know your thoughts on the game. Positive or negative. Again, I'm going to try to be more positive about Dovetail releasing this game overall. I've seen a lot of negative comments out there, and I mean, rightfully so. You would think the beta would have a little bit better frame rate, especially using the Unreal Engine, but I'm hoping they can fix that issue in the future, or at least allow me to do SLI with my cards to get the frame rate back up to where it needs to be. To at least, let's look at the frame rate right now. See, I'm getting 21 frames per second in Ultra with the Titan. It goes down to 19. Let me go ahead and brake just a little bit. Don't want to get going too fast. And we're coming up at our stopping location in Myersdale here in just a little bit. Let's go ahead and slow the train down. Don't want to pass the location for any reason. About 500 or so meters to go. Let's go ahead and release the brakes for a little bit. Take our time coming in. Definitely on the downhill portion of the track right here. Right, getting very, very close. Probably taking it way too easy, but I'm kind of enjoying the scenery as we go right here. Go to the other side real fast. Right. We are in Myersdale. Kind of curious to see if you can actually, run a coal train and pick up the coal and dump it off where you need to. I think that'd be pretty cool. And of course, multiplayer is supposed to be amazing. if they added into this game. I would hands down give them a round of applause if they get multiplayer working on this. Don't want to get on the intersection and block the traffic. Try to stop just right before it. Take a look. Did we get far enough or did we move up? You see the intersection actually going and down because of where I'm at. Not sure what else I need to do, if anything. Let's go around to the building. Can we actually go in the building? That would be pretty awesome. No, we can't. I assuming I have to pull forward a little bit more, but I just want to check out the area, see if there's any hidden posters at all that we can click on. I don't see anything offhand. Kind of back on board and move up just a little bit. Maybe that's what we got to do. Just try to stop right here and see if it does anything. Even though I'm blocking the tracks, I'm sure these guys are going to love me doing that. There we go. Completed a full service in timetable mode. Gave me some XP right there. Where next? Choose from all available options. Doesn't really give me any details of what just happened. Let's go back to the main menu, see if it says anything at all. Can click on our profile. Okay, so we've got XP right there on our level. I'm sure we also changed our affinity levels too. So if we click on... that's not what I wanted. Okay, so there's no easy way to look at your profile quite yet. But anyways, that was a full service run right there on Train Sim World CSX Heavy Haul. Definitely appreciate all you guys for watching. Feel free to comment below if you got to this point. Write cheers below. That way I know you watched the entire video. Shout out to you if you do. And make sure to go ahead and subscribe and watch me at twitch.tv/MiddleAgedGamer. Appreciate everybody for watching. Cheers. Later.